Alrighty, and welcome back. And let's see here. So, we're going to go ahead and have Yuko do the recap today, and go ahead and do that.
Alright, well, last session, we were in the middle of fighting a dragon. We finished him off. Flem found a pretty shiny axe and decided to throw his other axe at the dragon while we were fighting him. So, he lost his old one, but gained a new one, so it was all good. The dragon actually ended up killing itself by biting its tongue. So, good times there. But we still, we'll take the credit. We looted some golden items from him, and Sindri took a tooth. We decided to look around while Ashita went up to get Mother's body. But he didn't come back for a while. So we decided to go up and look for him. And when we got there, we found a bunch of dead orcs with Ashita standing guard over Mother's body. Said he'd been there for about 9 hours, but he didn't know how the orcs died or when they got there, but he was standing guard anyway. We decided to head up and found more dead orcs and dragonborns that were dead. So, something happened, don't know what. We headed through and let's see. We we found a bunch of pearls and stuff by the dragon. That's what it was. So we ended up going back to the main city and sold them all to get some diamonds. Ridley offered to bring Mother back to life, but we declined his offer and decided to take him back to Nith in Fidmon. While we were on the ship, we were playing some dice when some dude in a black cloak with silver hair and elvish features decided to fall down from the sky onto the boat. Not sure what he's doing, but he had a cool glowing sword thing. And that's where we ended.
That's the most important part, though.
Oh, hello.
Ridley and me tied in dice.
What about the dice?
Ridley and me tied. Unlike the rest of you who don't know how to gamble at all.
Well, yes, that too.
Alright. Okay, so, so we go ahead and start off. You guys are on the boat, and, oh, interesting. Sorry, I saw a thing on chat I've never seen before. It's interesting. Anyhow, so you guys are out there on the boat, and, there's this stranger basically standing on kind of like the ledge of the ship. Like, not like on the deck, but like, on the railing. And, yeah, you guys will see him. His hair's, like, kind of blowing in the wind. He kind of, like, scans over you guys with his eyes. What do you guys do?
Hello there, friend. Funny meeting you here. Where'd you come from?
Well, I was wandering through some tunnels again, and apparently I think there's a rift there. So, just kind of ended up here. Thanks for the landing point, I guess.
Rift, you say?
Yeah. What plane is this one? And how many vampires are there?
Well, I don't know about no blood-sucking vampire or whatever thing you talking about, but, you're on Boel?
Good. Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna point at Yuko and Ashita. They're kind of like vampires. I'm dead somewhat, so it's not really sure.
Well, no, I'm not interested. Anyway.
I mean, we are headed to Finmon. Maybe you will, find one there.
Is there a place called Chesterfield there?
Yuko? Sheeta?
Levi?
You guys should have your maps.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm just pretending like I don't know because I wouldn't know.
you're good. I should know, I suppose.
It doesn't sound like a place in Finmar. They're probably all like Bloodhaven and like Murder Hole and stuff like that.
And zombies, don't forget the zombies.
That sounds about right, Cal. They do like their dark names over there in Finmar.
I don't believe Chesterfield's in Finmon. Not somewhere I'm familiar with in that area.
What's your name, actually?
My name is Anatar. Pleasure to meet you.
Anatar? Are you saying?
Yes. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Do you know anyone named Sterling, by the way?
Actually, more important question. How do you intend to pay for your board upon this ship?
No, I won't be staying long.
Sterling.
As I recall, wasn't that weird fellow we ran across that one time? Wasn't his name Sterling? That skeleton, whatever the heck he was? He looked more machine than person.
Does sound familiar.
Sounds about right.
That's him, alright.
Alright, well, I guess I'll approach and take a gander at the map and see if I can find anywhere named Chesterfield.
Yeah, it's a world map they've got. So I'd say after looking for a bit, you find it in Siagok.
Mm-hmm. And how?
How do you want to get there, by the way?
Oh, well, I'm looking for the guy named Sterling, the weird mechanical skeleton guy.
Yeah, that's him, alright.
Hmm.
When we ran across him, he wasn't anywhere near that place you're talking about.
Well, figure he might be on the way there. How far away from this Siagok place?
Well, yeah, what Cal said, you are wrong side of the world, my friend.
Oh, well, I guess I have to get a move on then.
The point of you meeting this guy is, like, killing him, yeah? And, I do, like, a karate chop motion. Like,
Wouldn't that just knock him out your bullet?
it's a metaphor.
Yeah, I'm just saying, why don't just pull out the pointy, stabby thing then and use that for the metaphor?
Well, Cal normally does knock them down and out before he chops off their heads, so that makes sense to me.
You make a good point.
I'm just trying to get a point across. This is for emphasis, and now we've gone 30 seconds way past the whole point.
Right, but if you're trying to get the point across, wouldn't it be better to use the pointy sword to get the point across?
Uh-huh. Well, yes, that's about right. Well, anyway, thanks for your time. I'm gonna, from a pouch, I'm gonna pull out a one of those. What's the thing below a gold piece?
Electum?
What was it about? Yeah, Electum. One of the ones we got from the goddamn room that had all the exploding corpses. Yep. And I'm gonna flick that at Sindri. That was for the room and board, and I'm gonna walk to the edge of the ship and just kind of hop off.
Wait. Damn it, I want to make a walk plank.
Yeah, you see him just hop off.
Well, that was peculiar.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
I wanted to make him walk the plank. We are the worst pirates ever. I'm gonna go back to my...
I don't think we even have a plank. We need to get, like, a 2x4 or something and nail it to the railings.
You think I'm gonna throw away the captain's log?
Well, I mean, technically, if the I'm back as a Laura now, I guess.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, if we had if since the deck is made of wood, he was walking on the planks.
No, we have to make him walk on the plank.
Capital T.
Which one is that?
We haven't got one.
Well, how are we going to make him walk on it then?
Well, that's the point. He jumped off. He should have jumped off the plank.
Well, maybe we can get one in Finmon. I mean, most of the trees there are probably dead and, I don't know, scary looking. I think a plank should look scary.
Yeah.
It's actually quite pretty in Finmon.
Yeah.
Do they have planks?
I mean, there's forests, and I'm sure you can get one somewhere.
Are the forest spooky looking?
It's a jungle. It's not a forest.
Whatever. Jungle.
I didn't know that.
I'm sure you can get one.
It's not
Sorry,
a
go
blasted wasteland of like
Dude,
roving zombie hordes and like scraggly trees and like ash and dust.
Do the trees look like they're about to grab you? Like they're about to come to life?
With
But
faces in
sometimes-
them and stuff.
What he said.
I think you just need to see it, because y'all are crazy.
I'll bet they just like that stuff.
Look, you'll see soon enough.
But
I'll
actually,
bet
And you
it
can eat
rains
work.
once a year there and they call it a rainforest.
actually, now that we're talking about the looks of your home country, I am actually a bit confused. Why aren't you just more edgy like that elf who jumped over the ship?
Should I be?
You're from the land of the Walking Dead, of course you should be.
You know, you're right. I don't see any skulls on any of their armor.
Right, and they're not dressed in black? Like, this is terrible.
I'm pretty sure all the skulls are still in use, so they wouldn't have any for their armor.
Not with that attitude.
I kind of feel like it would be slightly disrespectful.
Do zombies need their skulls?
I imagine, because I mean,
Using their. You know what? I'm not having this conversation with you right now.
I mean, at least one of them has the like brooding swordsman look to him.
That's true.
Sheeta, apparently I just need to be more like you. I'll work on that.
I mean, I've been telling you since we're young.
Get yourself a black cloak, paint skulls on your armor, and get like a really fancy goblet and put red liquid in it.
I'm not a vampire.
So?
Now, are the vampires in Finmon?
Levi, are there?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay. Not that I know of.
If a zombie drinks blood, like just drinks blood for fun, would that make it a vampire? Like, what necessarily makes something a vampire?
I'd assume the need for sustenance. I mean, I could drink blood. That doesn't make me a vampire.
Well, yeah, but you're not dead. If you were dead and you drank blood, wouldn't that just make you a vampire?
Same difference, I think. If you're drinking it and it's just for fun and not for sustenance.
I mean, Flam would drink a glass of blood, no problem. So,
He's not dead. Like, that's the thing. If he was dead, I'd say he'd probably be a vampire, right?
yeah, but he does have those big teeth.
Look, guys, it's not vampires you should be worried about. It's really the zombie dinos.
Wait, hold on. Yuko, could you smile?
Smile?
Yeah, smile. I want to look at your teeth. I want to see if you're a vampire.
I mean, the sun's out.
I smile real big so you can examine my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have really big canines?
No, I mean they're average.
Roll for
Normal.
cat. Huge.
No, I don't think she's a vampire, but then again, I've never met one before.
Actually, I suppose it makes sense. Like, if the whole continent's covered in roving bands of mindless undead just terrorizing the living or whatever, there's not a whole lot for vampires to eat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wasn't that tree we burned, or you guys burned a vampire?
Taps forehead.
And wasn't it making your mom into a vampire?
I don't know. I think it was feeding on her or something. It looked awful.
It was turning her into one of those tree people.
So like
The tree
like
grew from a
hippie
stake that
vampires?
staked a vampire.
So like hippie vampires?
Sure.
I think the
I'm
tree
not-
was a vampire.
I'd like to point out, Laura, you almost willingly became a hippie vampire.
Yeah, almost.
It's true. Almost counts. Or specifically doesn't count.
Gotta go one way or the other. Pick a side.
Well, what should we expect when we arrive at this place we're headed to? What did you say its name was again?
Nith?
Myth.
So-
What's it like? Explain it to us.
Ishida? You wanna chime in here? I'm done with these people.
Sheeta, if you need, I would be.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
it is quite a large city. I think I have not seen anything in these parts that resemble our culture or building architecture, but it is quite different than what you guys have around here. Everything seems to be the same everywhere.
Yes, that's because we don't build with bones.
That would take a lot of movements.
Question, when we arrive, will the zombies try to eat our brains?
What?
Going back to the first point, how do you get enough bones to make houses out of?
Especially if you're using the bones in the zombies.
Right.
It's a lot of good questions.
Are they good questions?
Question 1B. Can you reanimate a house made out of bones? Is that how you guys move? You just animate the house and have
The house just gets up and walks to the new place.
Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty convenient.
It
That sounds convenient.
does, but no.
If that's the case, they should share that technology with the rest of the world.
Just like the Empire should share their airships.
We have!
Uh-huh.
Other countries have airships, just not as neat as ours.
Yeah, well,
That's kind of like saying other countries have zombies, just not as neat as ours.
The Empire doesn't have zombies. I kind of wish we had zombie houses at this point.
I mean, we count the tentacle people as zombies because they were like living things. And their brains got eaten, so then they're.
Their brains
I'm not sure.
I don't know. We should study one more carefully. We should capture one.
Wait,
good
they
idea.
both eat brains.
True.
I
That's it.
don't
They're the
condone
same thing.
this action. Just throwing
You're
that out
actually
there.
controlled by mind flayers, I think is what we've discovered.
Well, no, they control the mind flayers, so they've been a step ahead of us, and they're just not telling us how to do this.
Wait, does that mean Fenmon is actually invading the Empire right now?
I think that's how it's going. Yeah.
Ishida, help me.
Are you guys sleeper agents?
No,
But then you actually did kill the queen.
no.
Yes.
They were
Oh.
around.
I mean, the robot killed the queen, though.
Right, but it was Ishida who provoked the fight. It's all coming together now.
Was
I'm
it?
pretty sure you provoked the fight,
It was
sir.
you, yeah.
No, he pulled his sword.
You pulled out a grenade.
We could have still made it out.
I mean, yes, I pulled out the grenade after he pulled out his sword.
I will say it was awful convenient that magic carpet ride we got out of there, because things could have gone south awful quick.
Very, very south.
I'm not sure how you would say they didn't go south.
I mean, we're still alive. We got all our parts, even the hands that got chopped off, right?
Mm.
At that point, I'm just going to tap my leg. Right, all our parts, right?
Wait a minute. Both of them have lost body parts, and they went back on surprisingly easy. Are you zombies?
No.
Now,
Really?
Cal, I take offense that I'm clearly a medical professional. That was a skill. That had nothing to do with their necrotic healing powers.
Are you sure about that?
Just a
Because,
necromancer?
I'm going to take off my leg and hand it to Ridley. Like, them being like necrotic necromancer type things might have helped because, yeah, my leg.
Hey, GM, can there be just a bit of turbulence right now that knocks Sindri over because he's hopping on one
That would be
leg?
amazing.
Alright, let's roll for it.
Oh gosh.
Not enough turbulence.
Damn.
So close.
Andrew, what do you want me to do with this thing?
I'm putting the point here. But you could save their limbs, but you couldn't save mine. And the thing that makes the most sense is that they have some kind of necrotic necromancer magic.
Well, to be fair,
remember,
yeah.
theirs got cut off, yours got crushed.
Right, what Aloha said, you destroyed yours. At least theirs was able to be reattached. There was something left. Yours was just this big pile of mush.
Where did you even put that leg, anyway?
That was a good thing. Clem was there too, because he cut that sucker off in one blow. It could have got awful messy, Sindri.
I used bits and pieces of it to form the prosthetic.
I mean, to be honest, I think this is all a testament to how much you guys should fear us based upon how powerful we are. I really like all these thoughts you guys have of us.
I just look at him like, what?
I mean, so then you agree you're basically a brain-eating necromancer.
Yes, I've actually been eating all your brains this whole time.
I pat my head.
That explains all of the bad decisions we've been making.
That also explains why he's so skinny.
Alright, we've gone a little bit far afield. I think we've been pulling their possibly reattached legs a little bit too hard.
I picture.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one reattached leg, by the way, because I have that back, Ridley.
Picture this is
Well-
face during all of it.
I suppose you can have it back. I don't know what I would do with it. Here you go, Sindri.
Whatever you do, don't push the button underneath the kneecap.
Push the button.
If you guys can see stream, I've got basically what Fleb's doing in the background.
No, I don't have stream open.
That's pretty great.
I'll take your word for it, Sindri. Last time we touched a button in the factory, all the power went out and things were less than ideal.
But yeah, thank you. That's the button fires a shotgun, so don't do that.
Sounds handy. Or leggy.
Right, exactly like a shotgun in the kneecap. Like, who would think of that? Just wait, I'm never technically disarmed unless I'm de-legged. If I'm dislegged, then I'm disarmed.
I will say it is pretty heavy in a pinch. Flim could use it as a club.
I think Flim could just use him as a club if he really wanted to.
That may be, but I trust that leg is a little bit more durable than the rest of Sindri.
Alright, well, I can confirm that these two are not technically undead.
Technically.
How did you do that?
I can feel undead and see stuff like that.
And I touch Yuko as soon as he says that. Well, Cal, I'm not impressed at all.
Hold on, Carl, do we need to have discussion about consent?
Nope.
Alright.
I'll
Well.
rephrase. magical feely, and not this kind. And he casts Mage Hand and goes like wiggling the fingers on it.
That's interesting.
That does give me ideas. Thank you for that, Cal.
Oh gosh. Don't give him ideas.
All right.
Sorts of useful.
I'm gonna go bake lunch. It's like I just go low tech.
All right. So, you guys go ahead and take some time and continue flying to Finmon, or to Nith in particular in Finmon. Guess there anything you guys want to do on the way there?
Ah.
All right.
I'd like to hear the Finmon song. The fact that we're on our way to Finmon and we haven't heard the Finmon song, that's a disappointing.
Finmon song.
Yeah, we heard it already.
I will, I'll play the Finmon song for everyone. Well, Sindri, you alright. Hang on one second. I know Ashita heard it. He was not particularly fond of the song, but maybe Yuko will like it better. And then I sing the song. You remember the song, right? Or were you not there when I did that last time?
Trying to remember what it was.
I think we should just get an encore.
Encore!
It was just me, I think.
Was it? Okay, hang on. I can look it up.
Or maybe it was me and Alora. I know Alora was there.
Yeah, Alora was there.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Pretty sure you told me it was racist, but...
Yeah, I was just messing, honestly, but we have to play it out now, because I think it is.
One sec.
Yeah, no worries.
It was still on the Tarrascanus song.
There's a Tarrascanus song?
Yeah, you didn't hear that one? Yeah,
No.
you were there. Are you serious? You missed that one?
No,
I
it's
might have
last.
been AFK.
That one's not recording. Alright, here we go. I found it. I gotta get my singing voice ready. Oh, la, 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 la.
I picture that's actually canon, Ridley doing that.
Alright, here we go. I hear them claim that the dead feel no pain, but they haven't heard the wails of Finmon. One thing I know, if you try to go, they'll keep hold of your soul in Finmon. I still feel the heat from the pyres and the raging flames. War-torn land of strife and screams of pain. It frightens me that it seems familiar. I hear them claim the dead feel no pain, but they haven't heard the wails of Finmon. One thing I know, if you try to go, they'll keep hold of your soul in Finmon. I can tell that the zombies desire meat. Drop your guard, and it's you they'll eat. Yeah, I'm telling you, you better start running. I hear them claim that the dead feel no pain, but they haven't heard the wails of Finmon. One thing I know, if you try to go, they'll keep hold of your soul in Finmon. It's where I learned about demons and how blood becomes sand. You can forsake it or seek it, the dark power of this land. You hear cloved hooves a clacking down on a cobbled road, and that's a sign that it's going to be an end to thee. I hear them claim that the dead feel no pain, but they haven't heard the wails of Finmon. One thing I know, if you try to go, they'll keep hold of your soul in Finmon. And then I take a big bow. I'm sure this is gonna be super popular.
Agreed, you should sing that in every bar when we're there. Wait, are there bars in Finmon?
Yes, there are bars.
Do they serve alcohol?
In skull-shaped goblets.
No. I'm
Is it
a.
zombies who serve us drinks?
I mean, I hear the drinks are strong enough to raise the dead.
They're to die for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Be
give
prepared
you-
for this, you two. It's gonna happen all the time.
I mean, how many days of travel do we have till we get to Finmon?
I mean, it's gonna be about 4 or 5 days for you guys to get over there.
More days?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, zombies gotta eat something, right? So it must be meat.
I'm only giving you 1 gold, and I'll give him 1. Because it was, I don't know. I liked it, but it was slightly racist. So I'll just hand it to him.
It's like watching Blazing Saddles. Okay.
I smile and I take it. Well, thank you. I knew you might like it, Yuko. Ishido is not as big a fan as you. He did not give me anything for the song, nor did he appreciate it, apparently. But I'm glad to see at least one of you liked it.
I mean, maybe don't sing that while we're there.
Oh no, sing it, and just don't do it around us.
Yeah, well,
And you'll see what will happen.
Well, I mean, I will have to give you some credit. Obviously, I was inspired by you all to sing the song.
no credit needed.
You should put
I
them
assure
in
you,
the song.
I will let them know that it was all your idea. I would not want to steal credit where credit is due.
I mean, technically, you have to pay Sin royalties for most of your songs, though.
Well, I don't have to pay
Not
him.
that
He
one.
seems to collect on his own.
Also true. It's my job as his manager.
I mean, they may like the Squid song better. That seems real popular. They started singing that in places where I ain't even been yet.
I agree, we should get more people to sing the Squid song,
Actually, if
and
our,
then charge them as they sing it.
if our previous conjectures have any bearing in truth, the squid song is equally appropriate.
More popular. It's a winner.
I'm surprised you didn't do the anus song too, since he's saying he hadn't heard it.
Oh, that song is. You thought that song was long. The anus song is really long.
Yeah, that's true.
It's another one you can do in one of the pubs there.
It's Can I quote you on that? The anus song is really long.
Sure can, Cal.
You got it.
It's a little dirty as well, if you get my drift. And then I kind of fan my bottom like I farted.
Alright, so you guys spend the next few days going through, doing what you need to do. Flying. Mostly it's pretty calm weather up until you hit the line area, which I gotta figure out where that would be. Because it'd just be right above Outer Peaks. And I believe this one was the water one, because you guys have already dealt with... You guys have only dealt with Earth.
You have Delver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Earth only.
so this one's water. So it's torrential rain. Like, I wouldn't say it's like there are thunderstorms that are still happening, but for the most part, it's just like heavy droplet downpour.
I wasn't aware that they had a monsoon season here.
Are we sure we want to stop this one? I kind of like this weather, to be honest. And it fits the area too, like the land of the dead. I imagine it should always be in a torrential downpour. It fits.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like vampires don't like running water, so that would probably upset them a bit.
Right, but we came to the conclusion that there aren't vampires because there's too many dead people, so they don't have food there.
That's true.
So we'll say at this point you guys have just gotten over the continent of Finmon, so just barely into it. I want everyone to go ahead and make a perception roll for me, please.
Alright.
Are we looking for zombies?
I assume you guys probably are. Alright, we got...
Wow.
15, 19, 15, 12, 22, 25. Wow. So everyone...
Shooting his house from here.
Everyone over a 15, you guys are watching and you guys see what look to be a small-ish horde of zombies, probably like 20 or 30 of them or so, just wandering around the countryside. Like they're just like in a slow-moving herd. And then out of the jungle, like there's obviously like a tree line, out of the jungle bursts like this T-Rex thing, and it runs over and just starts like eating the zombies.
Huh, I thought you were kidding about the zombie T-Rexes.
I did warn you.
So
Is
is
that
it
cannibalism?
15 and above, or just
15 and
16.
above, yeah. No, 15 and above,
Okay.
so you see it too. The only who didn't really is really sees it after the fact, but like, I would say like, you know, like looking for the initial zombie horde was the call. I'm sure one of them probably pointed it out to Ridley, like, hey, look, there they are.
There's the zombie.
Yeah, I squint like an old man and
Question, do you have a national park where we can see more zombies?
Yeah, it's probably called Jurassic Park.
I mean, they're kind of everywhere.
Those?
In the natural environment,
Hold
there's
on.
like T-Rex.
The dinos, or do you?
Yeah, I was about to say, are those everywhere?
Don't think you'd want to go see them.
Right, you'd be surprised.
So wait, how many of those are there? The dinosaurs, not the zombies.
Mm.
Incredibly common, just as much as the undead.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're around.
well, if they're around, how do you keep them out of your city?
Probably magic.
Or they keep them in a park.
Maybe the whole island. Maybe the whole continent is the park.
I mean, look how big that thing is. It ain't like the fence gonna keep them out.
To point out really quickly, like at least for Ishida and Yuko, they probably thought it was strange you guys were riding horses, as they ride like raptors and stuff like that here. Like they tame dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are like the herd animals and everything here.
Dinos are our friends.
Even that dead one over there? It is a dead one, right? Or is it a live one?
No, it's a zombie T-Rex too. Or it is a zombie T-Rex, I should say.
I mean, do you guys even discriminate between alive and dead here, or what? Does it matter?
We're pretty inclusive.
The dead's revered here, so...
I mean, we all have our parts to play.
Question, when your pet dies, do you reanimate it?
You're assuming the pet was alive in the first place.
Well, I mean, at some point the pet had to be alive, right? I mean...
Well, Laura makes a good point. Why start with something that's gonna die? Why not just start with the dead one that's already brought back? It ain't ever gonna die again.
Yes, but it had to be alive at some point, unless... Have you found a way for zombies to have sex?
They do revere them. No judgment, I'm just saying.
I wrinkle my nose at that.
That's not a thing.
To your knowledge.
You don't sound very sure about this.
Your questions are confusing me.
I think she's deflecting.
I agree. So that, anyways, the point being, so back to the first question, do you raise your pets after they're dead? If they're not dead to start with?
I mean,
We do not. No, it's just our family members.
Are you trying to say that pets aren't part of your family?
No, why would they be? They're
Like,
pets.
that's terrible.
I mean, it's like taxidermy, right? There are some people who hunt the dinos and zombie them, and
show off their
Wait, so you
zombies.
guys have taxidermy there. That seems a weird fit.
No, more like they've heard of taxidermy.
it's similar, I suppose, in a way.
Well, speaking of, how do you view taxidermy? Is that, like, sacrilegious to you?
Yes. The dead are, as we were saying, revered, right? Like, you don't disgrace the dead.
Wait. But if the dead are revered, why do you eat meat?
They probably mean dead humans or dead sentient things.
Yeah, if they don't care about their pets even, I think it's just people. Probably like ancestors and stuff, right?
It's all part of the cycle, right?
Well, I'm gonna jump in here because Christina's struggling
Thank
a bit. So effectively, the way it works, and you guys can say she's the one explaining it, or Ishida, either one. So the way it works here is that, generally speaking, there's two different types of zombification, if you will. So the poorer type is having the body reanimated. Like, basically, if you couldn't pay the high priests enough to have the soul transferred, which is what, results in a Kalistar, which is like that's the high end, right? Like, usually you do that with your core family bloodlines. You have the soul transferred in on a newborn babe, and that is what creates a Kalistar in this world. So if you can't do that, the more cheap option is to have that family member then continue to serve the house by being animated into a servant. These servants, though, are veiled, so you never actually ever see any of their zombie flesh. Like, they're completely covered. They give them, they dress them in, gloves, and they're 100% their flesh is covered. They wear veils over their faces, all that. So they look like just kind of pure white, ensembles. Now, as far as, pets and stuff, some people probably have their pets brought back to life, but it wouldn't be exactly the same. It'd be treated similar to, a normal zombie, or like even the servant ones. You give it a command and it'll go do that. So I would say some people might have zombie guard dogs and stuff like that, but as far as a beloved pet, it wouldn't be exactly the same because obviously the soul's gone already at that point. Now the reason that they do what they do for the Kalistar is a way to really honor or revere that person in the household, and also kind of it's to put this in a really blunt way, Europeans thought there was strength in keeping it in the family when they would mate. This is kind of that same idea, but instead of incest, it's moving the spirit into the next born member of the family, of the core bloodlines.
Okay.
So she says all of that, but in her own way.
I say it just like that.
Right, you go. One last important question.
Oh, no.
Where can we get a zombie cat?
I'm just gonna put a no on that.
A restaurant?
Pet store?
Just
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you could find a cat and have somebody reanimate it.
That's true. So, what city are we going to?
I think it was called Nith.
So, large stray cat population in Nith.
just go to a restaurant.
Right, I'll go to a restaurant, I can find the red cat there, and I'm gonna go find the necromancer, or whatever you lot call them, and we're going to have a pet zombie cat. It's decided.
You gotta order the right thing at the restaurant.
I just go on the...
There's a certain code word.
I was gonna say, the best way to embody what the country of Fenmon is, outside of all the zombie and necromancy, is its feudal era Japan culture put in the Mesoamerican setting. So or climate, I should say. And then add zombies.
And dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs.
Gotcha. So they're WoW trolls, except with no, they're just WoW trolls.
Except with more zombies.
I'm sorry. Have you been in any troll dungeon ever?
I would argue they're not very Asian. Like, they're not very feudal era, I wouldn't say.
They're more like Maya style cigarettes or whatever.
Yeah. But anyhow, alright. So at this point, you guys are flying over. We'll say you guys sleep that night, and when you guys wake up that morning, you guys have, like, it's probably early morning. We'll say about 6 a.m. You guys are flying into Nith. So let me see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can move the image so you guys can actually see Nith, like what it actually looks like. Because I have it in the other program, Foundry, but I don't have it in Fantasy Grounds. I'm trying to see what I can do about moving it. Give me a second here. Curious if I can do a thing. Here we go. Okay, I found it. Let me do this so it pops up in Fantasy Grounds for you guys real quick. It's funny, all my prepping for this session, I did not do that. Okay, let's.
What would you name the cat?
Sir Bigglesworth.
Interesting name. What if it's a girl?
Madam Bigglesworth. Lady Bigglesworth, that's better.
That is better.
Madam Bigglesworth implies that she would run a brothel.
I mean, a cat could run a brothel. Don't hold that against the tabaxi.
I think there's a Finmon saying a cat is fine too.
Is that a Finmon saying or just a general saying?
Why is this not popping up?
You made it angry.
Alright, well, I mean, here, I'll put it in Discord for you guys and then show it in stream, because I don't know why it's not wanting it. Like, I put it in the Fantasy Grounds folder, but it's not registering that it's there, so. Like, the image is there, but when I try to pull it up through Fantasy Grounds, it's not pulling. So let me do this. Oh, come on. Here we go. Alright, there, I sent it to you guys on Discord, and then I'm going to put it on stream here for anyone else who'd like to see it. So that's what you guys see as you guys come in, and you can see that there are no airship docks here, just like port, like normal docks, like, you know, water docks. But this is the city of Nith.
Isn't it pretty?
Wait, did you send it to each of us individually, or are you posting it in Discord?
Did I? Oh, I did put. Oh my gosh, my bad. I did put it in stream, but yeah, apparently I sent it to somebody individually. I meant to send it to everybody. It's in the group chat. There you go.
Now I'm curious who he sent it to.
Stevon accidentally.
That fiend.
I was helping give him talking points.
Secrets.
No secrets.
I'm disappointed. Where are all the scrolls?
I thought we determined they won't use the skull for architecture because it would, you know,
Be disgraceful.
be difficult to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the bone buildings aren't there.
Again, disgraceful.
Not a thing. This was all you people talking.
It is very pretty, though.
This is like when you hype up Disneyland in your head and then you get disappointed when you get there.
Yeah, we were just in a circle of like feedback on our own complete misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right, it's not like Sinji would actually pay attention as you describe how it really is.
I mean, also, I'm pretty sure that I don't think anybody's been, you know, excited by getting to Disneyland other than like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
You have not
It
met my wife.
is very underwhelming, sirs.
Alright, so yeah, you guys arrive. Do you guys want to put the ship down? Excuse me.
Probably have to put it in the water, honestly. Need to find the right docking.
Wait. What if we tie it to a building?
I guess that would work, but... Or I guess we could pull up alongside like a cliff or something.
Or we fly
Ishida?
up.
Yes.
Do you folks all have flying ships like this one? I see boats in the water. I'm looking around. I don't see much in the sky.
We do not.
Do you see ships like this often? Right, John question, nobody comes to Finmon.
I mean,
We are.
wait, are you calling us nobodies, Sindri? That's very rude.
Are you what would they be? Finmonese? We're going with Finmonese. Are you Finmonese?
No.
Honors.
Finmonese is correct. At least that's what I've been using in my writing.
In Monin.
Are you Finmonese, Allura? What's this we talk?
Are you?
Fins.
No!
Well, yeah, as you just said, nobody comes to Finmon, and here we are coming to Finmon.
In a flying ship that pretty much nobody from here has ever seen, so I just am concerned that we might be drawing a bit of attention to ourselves that we may not want.
Have we ever gone anywhere where we haven't drawn attention to ourselves?
I mean, the dwarves didn't seem to care neither here nor there for us, so...
I mean, we got kicked out of at least 2 of the 4 places we went to.
True.
Levi, I can't remember. Is there an air horn on this thing?
I don't think it was ever discussed, but
You wouldn't know because you threw out the manual.
I've pushed the buttons, sir.
to be fair,
Yeah.
I don't think an air horn is something that they would put on a racing ship.
Sure.
Probably not.
Like,
We'll just-
otherwise I would say yes, but yeah, like, I don't think they'd put that on a racing vessel.
We'll find a suitable-ish place to land, I guess.
I mean, if there were review mirrors, you guys wouldn't have those either. No.
Anywhere you all would recommend us put the ship down? This is your city, after all.
Maybe on the outskirts?
Wait. I'm going to use Skywrite and write in the sky, where can we land?
Alright, you write it. You see after you write it, it looks like almost like a firework before it goes off. Like you see like this like kind of like sparks, like red sparks heading up towards your skywrite. It kind of like hits it, swirls around it, and then comes back and then basically goes to your ship. And then it like sparkles around your ship.
Sparkly.
Was that?
I say we go where that was shot from.
Guess so.
Thoroughly
You're the one flying the ship, so yeah.
Just don't crash in anywhere.
I guess we go where the
To be fair,
thing was shot from.
if we crash the ship here, like the song says, your soul will just stay in Finmon.
That would be probably true because crashing this would probably be fairly fatal for a lot of us.
Don't worry, Sindri. If you end up dying here, we'll just keep you in our family as a zombie worker. We'll be fine.
Right, now,
Me.
right. I'll be sure to.
My soul's the one on the line here.
Well, Cal, if he crashes the ship, I'm pretty sure you're screwed.
Anyway, we land the ship where the sparkly thing came from.
Alright, that would lead you right to like the center of the city, and there's a bunch of people around there right now.
They'll get out of the way.
I
Alright.
don't think this is a good idea.
I'm not driving. I'm just commentating.
I mean, that,
This is your soul. You get to decide if we want to land here or not. But I am sure it'll get us out of the way.
Just hover here, and somebody will come out and say something, probably.
At this point, a bird Eric Crowan flies up to your ship, and you hear him like go, "What are you doing?"
I asked where we could land, and a firework came up from this area, so I'm assuming that meant we land here.
Ah, take it to the docks.
Well, this isn't designed to land on those docks.
Land in the water next to the docks.
This is a flying ship, not a water ship. That's disrespectful to the ship.
She like looks. If you must land it somewhere, then follow me.
We follow the bird.
All right.
I mean, we land it. We don't water it.
Exactly.
Eh?
He gets it.
All right. He leads you guys over to an area where there's like a bunch of like stabled like Stegosaurus type air things, and he like points in there.
How tall is this building? And is it flat on top? Can I land it on top of the Stegosaurus table?
No.
No, it's more like an open open fenced in area for the Stegosauruses.
Yeah, I land in the pasture.
Okay, yeah, you land in the pasture. As he does, he like looks at you guys and he goes, "You still have to pay a docking fee."
We're not as adults.
Yes, but Her Imperial Highness at the behest. He like stops the formality. 2 gold.
Here, I'll give him 2 gold.
Wait, how long can we dock for 2 gold? Is that per day? Like, what's the going fee? What's the rate here?
He looks strangely at like you and then like goes, "Per day? No, you pay the docking fee. The dock is yours until you expire."
that's handy.
That's a terrible business practice. So, if you come back as one of those zombie folk, do you have to pay it again?
What? No.
Please ignore him.
He looks confused, but pockets the gold, and you see him pull out like a note, and he like says some words, and the note like magically kind of seals into the ship's hull, where it says, you know, basically, the ship has been paid for, or paid its royal taxes and dues.
Can we get your receipts as well, please?
He points at the thing on the side of the ship. That is your receipt.
Wait, no, that stays on the ship, something on us.
Well, I mean, it only really matters if it's on the ship.
Fine, I'll let it go.
At this point, he goes, "I assume you're foreigners." And then he like looks at the 2 Kashtar and he goes, "Mostly foreigners. Are here for the festival. Mind yourselves. It is a great week to be here."
What festival? Why didn't you tell for the festival?
That was
Let's
rude.
check the dates. I didn't realize it was this week.
Yes, tomorrow starts the festival of Oban.
Is this a festival where many people are drinking, or is it a dry festival?
Here, I'm gonna actually send a quip to them to let
That's a good question.
Sheeta and
Drinking.
Yuko answer this, because really this is their place, so I want them to answer. So I'm sending both of you the same thing. So Oban is a weekly festival that is kind of broken into certain parts.
I think you mean week long, unless it's weekly.
Sorry, a week long. Sorry,
yeah.
a week long.
They really, like their
It's bad. No wonder they forgot the festival if it happens every week.
Yeah. Sorry, and then day 7 I'll send you here. It has its own separate blurb, so I'll send you guys that. Anyhow, you guys can go and start explaining. I sent you guys things.
Sheeta, would you like to?
Well, To be honest, the first day, Sin might need to stay on the ship all day long. It
Why?
is... The opening of the festival is Mukaibi. It is where our families light small fires outside our homes to guide our family spirits back to our home. It is a very reverent day, and if you run your mouth or cause any problems or a ruckus, pretty much will kill you.
Right, how big a fire are we talking about here?
Just small little fires. If you
Right.
see, and pointing towards the nearest building with the small little pit, about that big.
That's not fun. Can I go get drunk?
Not on day one.
No.
So the bars are closed.
Everything is closed, yes.
And so far, this is a terrible festival. What about day 2?
I guess it doesn't really start on day 1.
No, day 1 is intended to bring our families back home, and then once they are here, and then we start our festivities on day 2 and 3, which we call Kuyo. On these days, families of Finmon visit our Dao temples, and we give our offerings to the temples, such as food and gifts and many other things as an offering. So during this time, people obviously have been saving their money through the year, and that way we can give our best offerings and our best gifts. And then on days 4 through 6, it is called Okuribi, where the real fun begins, where we have feasting and games all day and all night. Don't expect to get too much sleep. There's lots of gambling, so for somebody like Ridley, you might be able to take advantage of your skills. And then there's many competitions that are held between the families to show spirits that their family is still strong. So it is a big deal when a family wins any of the games. And then on day 7 is Daimonji, in which the Dao High Priest will run the game Siwa. This is where criminals are given powerful magical items, and then let loose in the jungle. Participants are then tasked to hunt them down.
And
So it is kind of our way to easily handle not having too much overflow in our gels. And trust me, these are people that definitely deserve what is coming to them. And
So it's like a
sounds
trial by combat thing, I guess.
yes, I mean, we give them the ability to defend themselves.
What happens if they win?
So that's what I was going to explain real quick, because I didn't put it in there. So basically, if they win, like not if they win, but basically if they're able to escape without being killed, they keep their magic item, and then from there on out, if they're not seen within a week from day 7, they are considered a free man, like their criminal record is wiped. But any participant who signs up for the hunt to hunt down these criminals get to keep any sort of magic item that the person they hunted down, or multiple people they hunted down.
So it's like a advanced scavenger hunt.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, that is another game of high stakes. Obviously, you have your life to lose, because these magical items are quite powerful. But if you make it out with your life and any magical items, you will be quite better off than you were before.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
So what
It is.
if we were to participate, except we sided with the criminals, and then we led the criminals out of the jungle and formed our own criminal gang?
Then you would have a criminal gang?
I like the idea!
Well, I mean, at this point, the whole point is for reconciliation for the criminals. They have lost a lot of honor, and honestly, our jails are not the nicest. So they're treated quite horribly in there, and this is their chance at reclamation and restoring their honor and being able to be integrated back into society.
And
But
keep in
if they
mind-
continue their criminal endeavors, trust me, there are more than enough powerful people here that we could take care of any such gang.
And with the Siwa, I mean, the jungle is also an enemy itself, so... I mean, you saw there's the dinos, the zombies, disease.
Zombie dinos.
There are very many poisonous plants, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is not an easy task to survive in there. Again, if you survive the many natural things in there and the people hunting you down, then again, you deserve to have your honor restored and be integrated back into society.
Next question. Days 4 through 6, it said drinking. You mentioned everything but drinking.
Yes, days.
Oh
4 through
no,
6
it
are
is.
drinking.
Yes, it is a massive party.
For 3...
So you just got to get through day 1, then.
Another
Without
I'm
doing
day
anything.
2.
All the
Day
prisoners
2
drunk.
sounds boring.
Yeah. Also on day 4 through 6, a lot of the like family like restaurants and bakeries, all that jazz, and breweries even give out everything for free as like a way to boast like what their stuff is. Like a lot of them pride themselves in their other like literally their skill and honor on who draws the biggest crowd on their food. Since everything's free, it just kind of is this competition of who can draw the bigger crowd with their food and beer.
Makes sense.
Let's make sure Levi.
Well,
Again, day 1 is the most revered, so that is the day that you all need to be careful of. 2
Well,
through
day
3,
1
obviously, you need to be careful of 2 through 3, but it is not nearly as big of an issue. But it is more so days 4 through 6 and 7 that you'll have the most fun. Honestly, in our travels and endeavors before meeting y'all and after meeting y'all, there's nothing that I've seen in your world that quite lives up to what you're about to see.
no, there certainly was not. Also, shouldn't we go and get your mother taken care of?
Yes, we will need to do that, plus we will need to get our proper ceremonial robes for the festivities that are coming up.
yes.
Do you have like a house here or something?
Yes, their family is one of the like their family like well, what's it called rules one of the cities that live or they're here in Finmon, so they do have a representative house here in the capital as well.
Wait, you guys are lords?
Well, our family.
Yeah.
They're very much not an individual type of society.
Yeah, but yes, you never explained that. This is probably as we come up to the house.
Yeah, we'll
This
say.
is
Yeah, they come up and it's probably it's still a mansion. I'd say it's on the smaller side of mansions, but it's still a feudal era style like mansion, like very much the Oriental architecture. There's a couple of like zombie again dressed in the full white, standing out front, like with their like just standing at attention, all that kind of stuff. When you guys enter in, they're like a heavy veil of incense kind of covers and wafts through of like lavender and other some sort of exotic spices.
Well, it already smelled like lavender.
I guess that's true.
We're still only smelling lavender.
Now it's stronger lavender though.
Yeah, when you guys enter in, again, because technically speaking, your house doesn't always keep an active, like a living family member here. There's no one right now to like greet you guys. It's basically you guys have reign of the house.
So yeah, you guys are lords.
So
Something of that nature, I guess.
you're rich. Well, that explains why there's a stick up your ass.
No, that is
No.
just usually your attitude that puts a figurative stick up my ass.
I think he's into that.
I've seen how he flirts with flat.
So are you doing all right, Cal?
I'm alright. Why?
Well, you said you'd. I don't know. Shouldn't your weird undead sense be going like crazy? I think that would be like pretty bothersome.
Well, I mean, I gotta specifically like look, and it like pings, and like those guys are definitely zombies. I don't need to check them out.
Can we see what they look like? Yuko, can we take off the veil?
No. I just give him like a stern look.
You probably like smack his hand as he's like reaching for it.
Yeah. You do not lift the veil. It is very offensive.
Maybe you should like check for undead anyway to make sure they're undead and not somebody dressed up as one. That would actually be that would be a really good way to infiltrate somewhere, is you just dress up as one of the undead. And if they're not checking that they're undead.
I would say for you two, it's like completely unfathomable because it's so dishonorable to pretend to be one of the dead.
Yeah.
Like it's just like one of those like cultural things. Like it's not even considered to them.
You will not be doing that here.
I mean, look, if we have to break into someplace, it's definitely something to consider.
You will not need to break in someplace here.
Right, never say never.
And also, I think, at least for the two Kalistar, they would never do that, even if you guys all did. And probably have a really low opinion of you guys if you guys did.
There may be bloodshed.
We shouldn't be here to be doing anything like that one way or the other.
We shouldn't be, but I mean, you never know if we have to break in somewhere.
Do we need to tie him up?
Like, do try not to get us kicked out of another country, Sindri. That would be lovely.
That would be, especially my home country.
To be honest, we wouldn't get kicked out. He would just die.
That's very true.
That would be the proper solution to our
Right,
issue.
the proper solution for us being involved in killing the Queen was also killing us. Still goes towers.
And
Sheer
if he
luck.
got killed for pretending to be dead, doesn't that just like fulfill his like disguise?
They wouldn't resurrect him. One, he's a foreigner, and two, there's no family to pay for it. The government just doesn't res everybody.
Well, we got somebody who can res people.
I look at Ridley.
Wait, does that mean we can commit crimes and get the death penalty and just pay it and get resurrected after?
No.
Well, technically, yes.
I like
Yeah?
scratch my chin, kind of considering the,
I should have gone to
idea.
law school.
I mean, if the penalty for is death and you die and you're brought back later, technically the penalty has been paid, so you're no longer.
That's what I'm saying.
The highest form of punishment here is not death. It's slave camps, basically work camps. And they will do everything in their power to keep you alive.
Oh, good. They have slaves here, too. Lovely.
Until you pay off your debt.
Only for those who...
Our indentured servitude is still slavery.
Well, let's save all this for when we go to court. When?
Let's try not
Not if, yeah, when.
Let's try
Figure
not
that out when
to.
we come to it. Let's just go inside. Yeah? Instead of standing here on the doorstep
Yeah.
complaining about these guys who don't really care about us.
We check to make sure they're dead. Undead. Zombies.
I'll use divine sense.
Yeah, you're surrounded. You can tell in this household alone there's probably, or I'll say there's exactly, because you can get the exact number, right? 32. There are 32 undead servants within this household.
So if you see a 33 undead, 33rd undead, you definitely know we got an infiltration problem.
It wouldn't be a 33rd undead, just be a 33rd white cloak.
Yes.
Somebody should just number these guys.
Can we do that?
They're already numbered?
Right, do they have identifying tags?
Do they have name tags?
No. They generally are referred to just as the last name. Again, it's part of a family honor deal. Like you're not supposed to distinguish.
They know these guys personally. They don't have numbers or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, that's Uncle Bob.
Yeah, no, they don't do that anymore. Once you're brought back, you're clothed, veiled. You are now just a servant of the house to continue to serve the house after death.
Okay.
Which is still an honor. That is absolutely an honor.
Right then, so
Well, show us our history, house guys. Show us around.
And then we get to go see their mum be brought back to life.
Yeah, so you guys enter in, and there's like 2 zombies also within the entryway here.
I'll look to the one on my right. Say, Sato, bring tea and lunch, please.
It immediately starts moving, not even acknowledging that it heard you, but like obviously it did. It straight, moves after the command is finished, and leaves.
What happens if somebody else were to try to order them around?
You could try.
I'm asking them before I try.
Can he order them around?
No, each of these are bound to the
family thing, right?
So, again, just giving some more background that you guys would probably, like, you and Ishida would be filling in the rest of these on. So let me real quick pull up the thing really fast for this. So, the head priest, Xiao-chan, whenever he came up with the entirety of the Tao religion and how all this stuff works, he basically bound these type of soul things to the family blood. So only those of the same original like family and the people they're bound to, like so these zombies resurrected, only listen to those of that household. Although that being said, like you saw Yuko do, you have to say their family name first before giving them a command. Which is why she said, Sato, bring us lunch.
Makes sense.
That way they could differentiate. It's kind of like saying, like, okay, Google or Siri or any of that kind of stuff, right? Like, they have to be able to differentiate commands from just normal talk.
Do they ever do anything on their own, or do they just stand there waiting for somebody to tell them to do something?
They serve as they're told.
So otherwise, they're like a living, or I guess unliving, statue?
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, yes.
That's pretty neat.
It is an honor to serve your family.
Let's see, at this point you guys head over into the dining room, and again, it's very much an oriental style, like it's a floor, or, one of the tables that are very low to the ground, there's pillows instead of chairs, and at this point there's about 4 or 5 zombies now that are working together to set food onto the table that looks freshly cooked, as well as they've got a hot thing of tea ready to go for you guys.
Please sit.
Go ahead and sit and eat. At this moment, my sister and I need to take care of our mother.
Didn't you help with that, or was it kind of a family thing?
It is very specific just to the family.
Alright.
By all means, I would consider you family, but it does not follow the traditions, and the High Priest would not allow it.
Alright, well,
That's
good
the
luck.
nicest thing you've ever said to us.
That's definitely the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
He meant it to only some of you.
I'm pretty sure he was talking mostly to me.
I'm pretty sure he was talking mostly to Flem.
Just picture you guys looking, Flim's already sitting down while you guys are still standing, and he's already eating.
Is there
Oh, yeah, I am.
before we leave?
Yeah, so we'll say you two go ahead and go get changed into your ceremonial robes that are required to go into the Tao Temple. And then you guys... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, before we leave, I'm going to tell Sato, please take this gentleman's keg and refill it.
It nods and then hesitates, and then, like, you realize you didn't tell it what to refill it with.
Oh, I'm sorry, refill it with beer. Correct.
Are you referring to
Flem.
mine?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, your keg.
Yeah, you see the servant go over and he, like, lifts the keg off your back and then takes it into the back. When it comes back, there are two of the servants, like, carrying it in for you, and they place it down.
And Sato, if you don't mind, if you would please do any food and drink refreshment refills while we are away, you can take those orders from them.
They don't seem to respond, but they, like, stand at attention, waiting. you get the sense that they got the order.
Right.
Are the bedrooms and stuff upstairs?
Correct. Yeah, this room
Okay.
or this mansion itself is a total of 16 bedrooms.
Okay.
Damn.
There are bedrooms upstairs. Go ahead and find one that you feel suits you. Just not the master, Sindri. And make yourselves at home while we're away.
The fact that you would assume I'd go for the master bedroom is ridiculous.
Is it? Is it ridiculous?
If there's a fight and I need to escape, I imagine the master bedroom would be the worst place to try to escape from.
Yeah, point there.
At
Good.
this point, one of the servants walks in, and then like with two hands has a letter in it, and then when it presents it, it kind of goes down to one knee to present the letter to Yuko and Ishida.
I'll take the letter.
We got a letter. We just got a letter.
On the letter, it reads basically that due to the disappearance of Yuko and Ishida, we've decided to, basically one of your other, basically your cousin has decided to take over, since you, your mom, your dad, and yourself is taking over the city there that you guys were managing, since there wasn't now just a leader sitting there, so he's taken over to watch it until you guys return. And he's had your guys' personal mounts moved, your personal mounts and anything that you guys might need, down to Nith, as it seems to be kind of the central travel hub. So should you guys arrive there, you would have your stuff available for you.
Yep.
Perfect. We should probably send something back to him.
Write a letter.
We can draft something after the ceremony.
Yes. Yeah, after is better. Okay. Thank you, Sato. And we should probably head out now.
Yep.
Go. You're carrying mother.
Well, we'll say when you guys get down to the stables, you guys see that there is both Ishida's raptor mount that he has. Yuko, I don't know what you had, raptor, I'm assuming.
Sure.
And then your mother's
I have a
Triceratops with a carriage.
Can I have a saber-tooth tiger?
That's not really a dinosaur. That's a mammal.
That's
in the late, yeah.
Fine. I'll take raptor.
But I was gonna say, in the stables, though, is your mother's Triceratops, and it's already still hitched to a carriage.
Should we take mother's?
Oh, I had thought he was just assuming that it was pulling her in the carriage.
No, I'm just saying, this is what you guys see when you guys go in the stable. So, you see your raptor mount, she sees her raptor mount. Your father's mount is missing, but again, he took it with him whenever he left. Your mother did not do that with her Triceratops, because obviously that's kind of harder to bring down in caves.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yes, I think it would be quite fitting to take mother's. Plus, it would be easier to stow her in the back.
Alright. Do that.
You guys go ahead and do that, and I think at this point we'll go ahead and take our quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back at that point.
Cool.
Alright, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, welcome back. Alrighty, so, Yuko and Ishida, you guys go ahead and load up your mother into the carriage that the Triceratops is pulling. Sorry, I'm getting hiccups. And, you guys go ahead and roll her over to the largest building in it's the Imperial Palace, but also doubles as, like, the Imperial, it's literally called the Imperial Temple. You guys go there, and as you guys get there, like, there are literally, outside the gates are 2 zombified T-Rexes with literally zombie guards sitting on top of them, like, mounted on them. It's very impressive. The walls are probably about 40 feet high. Guards all across the walls. Very ornate, very beautiful. Again, think Imperial China, like, palace. Like, very, 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 like, both doubles as religious as well as ornamental and, like, impressive. As you guys go in, you're approached by one of the guards. It's a small goblin. He's got on the imperial, like, religious robes, and he looks at you and goes, "What is your business today?"
We're here to honor our mother.
Ah, yes. Recently deceased or soul?
Recently deceased.
Okay. And he, like, looks down and, like pulls out, like, a little, like, book and starts flipping through it, and he goes, "Alright, looks like we have room today. Luckily it's close to the festival, so not many people have brought much in. Not a lot of deaths occur close to Oban. Yes, over there in that building, you'll find yourself, you're looking for Yo. Yo shall be able to take care of you."
Thank you.
He, like, nods, and he goes, "May Zios bless you."
You as well.
So you guys head over to the building. This building, again, is very ornate. This one's got, like, carvings of kind of, like, almost demonic figures, but instead, like, they're, like, almost like what you would see instead of, like being, like, scary demons. They're demonic figures that are, like, posed statue-wise, like you would see, like, angels and stuff like that. And as you guys go into the temple here, there's no actual, like, windows to the temple, so it's pure black inside. All there are the hanging, like, there's, like, hanging plates that have lights on them, like, hanging by chains from the ceiling. And a heavy smell of incense and everything wafts out. As you guys enter in, there is a turtle that has his shell has been, like, carved into, and there's, like, runes all over it. And he's got, like, face paint kind of on one side of his face. And he looks up at you as you guys enter in, and he holds up a solid one finger. And then after a while, he, like, then turns his hand around and motions for you guys to come forward.
Walk forward.
"You have the body of the deceased."
I'll gesture to Ishida.
I'll lay her down.
Alright, and the family name?
Sato.
And the name given at birth?
Oh, crap.
Shiri.
Shiri. Shiri.
Oh, Sato, crap.
He then, like, goes over, like, to, like, there's a big scroll rack behind him, and he thumbs through and finds that you guys actually see your family emblem on one of the, like, cubicle, like, or not cubicle, but, like, insert things for scrolls. And he pulls one of the shelves for the scrolls, and he pulls out a scroll. Yeah. And he pulls out that one, and he pulls it down, and he starts pulling it sideways, tracing his finger along. He goes, only 46. Very young indeed. Let's take a look at the condition of her. And what time did she die?
Was it 6 days ago? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's almost a week, not quite, so yeah.
Okay.
6 days. Not too bad. Body should still be within fine condition. And as you guys he unfolds the wrapping you guys have placed over her, he then you see him make a furrow with his face, and he goes, "Oh, interesting." You see him then open a small pot next to him, a little clay pot, reaches in, pulls out some sort of white powder, and sprinkles it across her as he chants, and then he goes, "I am sorry. How did she pass? This seems quite unusual."
Sheeta?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
How did she pass?
Not quite sure. Some type of magic.
Some tree.
Well, you see here, and he points to her skin. This is a form of some sort of petrification similar to basilisk. It's a foreign creature, not from around here, but this kind of petrification ruins the body. I'm afraid there's not much I could really do for her. I could turn her into a servant, but she would do nothing more but stand there. Maybe not even that. She won't be able to move her joints, you see. And he tries to show you by kind of pushing, just gently pushing in on the inside of her elbow. If you push there normally, the elbow, the arm would move a little bit. It doesn't seem to budge. I think instead, maybe rites would be better. I know it's too late to perform a soul ritual, which I see your family does often enough. But if anything, we could memorialize her. If you're
That is quite upsetting, but I guess if that is the only option, that would be the best option.
Is there a possibility to remove the petrification? And have it done after?
Not once dead, child. Living, we might be able to remove the petrification. But once they have passed on like this, there is no living flesh to return to.
Oh.
Petrification is a odd sort of magic. It's a good way to deal with the lich, though, however. And he quirks just the side of his mouth.
Note that for later.
Anyhow, what we could do is, we'll do the rites and have her body cremated and powdered. He says it gently. And then you are welcome to either leave her here at the temple, or we'll use her remains in the royal gardens, or you may take her home to do with her as her wishes stated.
We may need to discuss this.
Take your time, take your time. Although if you don't mind, just outside the temple, and here we keep it quiet so that we may listen to the souls that move through these walls.
Of course. And I'll bow.
He nods again. It's at this point you realize his left eye is a dead eye.
That's fine. I'll gesture to Ashita to follow me outside.
I will follow.
Okay. You gonna stand outside?
What do you think? If she's here, we at least know that her remains will be safe and we can visit them in the garden and she'll live on through that. We could...
When you say that, by the way, both of you have this shared memory, both of yourself and your Kalishtar spirits, that every family member is brought to the Imperial Gardens at some point, and you notice that the flowers that grow there that are grown from the remains, these are magically enhanced. Picture roses that are not two color, but like three color, but like exquisitely done in like patterns and stuff like that. Like incredibly beautiful Imperial Gardens. Anyhow, after that flash, you may continue. Sorry, it was just like a quick flash of like what the gardens were.
No, that's good. So we have that option. Or we could take her remains and do something else. Maybe scatter them in the... Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe put her in an urn and she can watch over us inside the home, or...
I think the gardens is fitting. She cannot be a servant. I think it'd be a great place to memorialize her.
I agree. Alright. Now I'll start heading back in.
Okay. Come back in, the turtle's still there. He like looks up at you guys enter. And your decision.
We would like to have her stay here and be placed in the gardens.
Ah, very good. I believe you'll be happy to know that there is a new set of rose bushes planned to be planted this month. I'll make sure that she makes it into there. Again, I assume the family will make a nice donation to have a plaque erected at the bush.
Of course.
Excellent. He then notates down in the same scroll he already had open from earlier. Alright, we'll have your family build. I am very sorry for your loss, but as, you know, the Tao religion goes, all life cycles through. Whether her spirit or not was brought back, her spirit will remain.
I'll just bow at that and turn to leave.
I'll do the same.
Alright, as you guys leave, you guys start going out, you guys actually see a bunch of, like, it's a group about 12 or so of very basically ninja looking people walking, like almost like soldiers, like walking in rows. We'll say 2 rows of 6, and you can tell immediately that they're from the Order of Kira. Very much a, you know, basically the Imperial Ninja Society, if you will. And they're basically just kind of doing their normal, like, marches around the palace. But you guys continue on. You head back out and get back in the carriage. The Triceratops pulling, and make your way back to the family house. Yeah. So once you guys get there, you guys can actually hear, like, as you guys are approaching the porch, even though you guys are like really solemn and sad, you guys can actually hear like laughing and like talking going on inside as the other party members have, you know, ate and drank and are finally like relaxing a little bit.
I did not eat any, or drink any of that tea.
So.
So we already walked in, right?
No, say you guys are on the porch and like,
Oh.
if I'm not overstepping too much, I'm gonna say like Yuko, you probably like hug your brother like real quick before you guys go in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna like give him a hug or squeeze his hand, something, and I'm not sure I'm ready for them at the moment. They're too happy right now.
I agree. I think we need to take our time, but I think this ceremony will put us in the right mindset, hopefully knowing that her spirit can come back home for a short period of time.
Alright. Let's go in.
Alright. Yeah, you guys go in and you guys see, like I said, for the most part, everyone else seems to be in a good mood. Flim's got like you can see like a liquid lying down from the corner of his mouth where he's been drinking. We'll say Ridley's got his instrument out and is kind of messing around on it and talking to Sindri, and Alora, you're kind of like just switching between conversations between everyone.
Oh, hi, the twins are back!
Oh gosh. Hello, Sindri.
How did it go?
Well, they weren't able to bring her back from what the tree did to her, so we are having her memorialized in the Imperial Gardens.
It is not ideal, but it is the next best option.
Well, glad you found her at least.
Yes.
Yes, if only I had known that what that druid person did to her was going to lead to this repercussion, I might have mutilated him a little bit more.
It's alright, we can find something else to kill.
Think about it. On the 7th, there's a whole bunch of criminals that you could kill.
That is correct. That being said, we do need to get our preparations together for the ceremony. Need to get our gifts ready and get our home ready for tomorrow.
Sure. We should leave the twins to kiss the priest. Come on, guys. We should go to the ship.
I'm gonna lightly shove Sindri so he basically probably just passes out.
I'm gonna say somebody needs to put him to
Yep.
bed. He's out. Well, it'll be a little quieter now.
Oh, jeez. By all means, you guys don't need to go to the ship. Just as long as there is control within the first day, everything should be fine.
If we
Are
have
you
to-
guys gonna, like, take a week or whatever? You got a festival coming up. Are you gonna, like, use that to grieve or whatnot? Use that to honor your mother, or?
I mean, to be honest, there doesn't seem to be anywhere we need to be pressing, and I don't know how often you guys will come to Finmon, and I think this will be a festival that you may not want to miss out on.
Perhaps we can look into dealing with or finding whatever elemental doohickey that is causing the torrential rain might be a good idea.
Wasn't there someone we were looking for that we were...
Oh right, the warlock with the weird mask, I think that was mentioned in that diary. What was it?
Probably find
Hold
the
on.
name.
I think you guys still have the diary entries available to you.
Yes. It's been a while. Hold on.
I just picture like Laura's flipping through the diary, like looking for it.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like props.
Yeah.
Was it Falstein?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was like a gnome, I believe.
Yep, Gilbert Falstein,
Yeah.
I think is what it says in the book.
Yeah, Gilbert Falstein. He apparently made his way to Finmon after stabbing that person in the back. a dwarf apprentice lady.
Oh, yeah.
So I suppose after this festival, probably we can follow up on that lead, since we're in the country. On top of probably dealing with the rain. I don't know how much you guys like the rain, but I imagine it always happening is kind of an annoying thing.
Yeah, we can deal with that later. After the festivities, of course.
You two were probably like sopping wet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Prestidigitation. Just kidding. What time of day is it?
I'll say at this point it's probably like afternoon. We'll say like probably 3, edging on 4.
And I'm already passed out drunk.
I'll carry us into whatever room you picked out and kind of just flop him on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Tie him up there.
I mean, I'm not going to tie him up yet.
Fine.
I didn't think you were that lewd, Yuko. Jeez.
Alright, so we'll say, is there anything else you guys want to do for today?
I'm good.
Probably not.
I mean, other than us getting ready for
Yeah, just the preparation.
the preparations and stuff, but that's about it.
Oh, wait. I need to write the letter.
Right, you need to write the return letter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about, I don't know, someone who might be able to do something with this, would you? And I pull out that dragon horn and I saw it off.
Well, we do have vendors. Could take you around, see if they can do something with it.
I would appreciate that. Not that I mind carrying it around all the time, but as you can see, I'm an old man and heavy things are not exactly high on my list.
Vendors are open till like dark, right, Levi? Like they're
5 or 6, yeah. So
Because of the festival, though, I'd say a lot of them are probably shutting down early and preparing.
That's fair. So probably after the week.
But I would say like
festival.
You wouldn't say after. So like during 4 and 6, just like the bakers and all the restaurants like try to put out their best. A lot of the vendors put on huge discounts and everything else. Again, trying to like huck their wares and show out like what they've got.
Oh, okay. Days 4 through 6 then. Yeah.
Very well.
Do you two need any help with this whole ceremony preparation thing?
We don't. It is something very specific for the families to take care of, unfortunately. But when it comes festivity time, and all the good happiness, by all means, go crazy.
But thank you, though, for the offer.
Oh, and Levi, if you don't mind, I'm gonna, order some of our zombie family members to, light a bunch of candles in Sin's room, and then, have, 10 of them stand around his bed and just stare at him.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Just to freak him out when he wakes up.
Make sure you disarm him first.
Yeah, definitely.
Disarm him,
take his leg.
and dislike him.
Dislike him and disarm him.
Oh god.
Just have them all make a low growl the whole time.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys want to do for bed?
No, not particularly now. Ooh, I know. I got one thing. I'm gonna try to learn some Finmon cuisine. which is going to be interesting because the cooks are zombies. So I'm just, I guess, going to be try to watch them.
Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty much your standard like Asian cuisine, like lots of noodles, rice, probably some of the stranger animals, like a lot of seafood, blah blah blah.
Hard. Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice to know how to cook in case I need to do some sort of Vietnamese.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'll say you pick it up pretty easily. Or actually, let's roll for it. Like I'll put the bar low. We'll say like 10, right? Just roll perception, and we'll say or intelligence. Actually, just roll intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, easily. Yeah, we'll say you pick up about 4 or 5 dishes worth of like different, your choice of what kind of Asian, oriented cuisines.
These. Yep. Okay.
So in the letter I send to our cousin, I'm gonna give him a brief rundown of where we've been, that Mother is passed, that we're memorializing her, and that we are okay, but we are still, that we don't know where Father is at this time, and to tell him to continue watching over the city.
Okay. All right, yeah, and you give that to one of your servants to pass, get the message delivered. Okay.
I also thank him for helping.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Honestly, it's probably a great honor for him to do this. Like, because usually, at least being a second cousin, he's not pure, or a cousin, he's not pure or not direct bloodline. So he's not, this is above his station usually. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure though.
Actually, would there need to be like a written thing from me to, like, since we're still alive, like, would there
like
have
a seal or something?
Yeah,
as long as you put your seal on the letter, it should be fine.
Okay.
Like, just you saying you keep doing this would be enough proof, as long as your seal is on the letter.
Cool.
So, yeah, more than enough. All right. So you guys sleep that night. Let's go and give you guys a long rest, and then you guys wake up, and we'll start with Sindri waking up to your arms missing, your legs missing, and you're standing around or surrounded by a bunch of like white hooded figures and backlit by candles.
Wait,
Why is his arm missing?
His arms. My God.
Arms as in weapons.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I heard arm, not arms.
I reach out and lift up a veil.
You see a very... We'll say... Actually, let me roll to see how old this one is. Hold on. Alright, this one is currently 420 years old, so it's pretty much just a pure skeleton.
Such blasphemy.
I put the veil down, say not my type, and roll over and go back to sleep.
Oh, jeez.
You kind of just have to hop there too, because you don't have your leg.
2 bony percent.
Alright, yeah. We'll say the rest of you guys get up in the morning. Then I'll say, like, they give you your leg back.
Yeah.
So yeah, today marks the first day of Oban, Festival of the Dead.
So, is there anything you need us to do for this festival, or do we just need to basically stay inside?
Just stay inside. Stay quietish. No running.
Just for the first day.
Just for the first day.
I can do that. But can I get some water, please?
Do we have something to knock him out more?
I'll give them some water.
Yeah, you get him some water.
Thank you. Could we keep the blinds shut all day, too? Or maybe could we destroy the sun?
We'll work on the second request later, but yeah. Do you usually keep the blinds closed?
I'll look to one of the servants, say, Sato, can you close all of the blinds?
Alright, well, Sindri, why don't you just spend the day tinkering on some things and stay out of trouble? Because we don't need more trouble, honestly.
Right. I kind of agree, but ask me again in a few hours.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had a startling revelation and I'm trying to process it right now. About the game. Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
The head's pounding, like, I have a hangover from hell right now, so I'll be good today. No promises about tomorrow.
That's fine.
Wait. No, wait, everybody's in that house. Be a bad time to try to rob somebody. Never mind, I'll be good today.
Yes, please be good.
We wouldn't have to hunt you down in the forest on the 7th day. That would be really awkward.
Oh, so are we planning on participating in that?
Hopefully on the hunter side, but that would be kind of fun.
I think it would be fun.
I mean, would it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's basically murder, isn't it?
it's state sanctioned murder.
Alright, so we agree it is state-sanctioned murder.
Well-
We're basically...
Hold on, DM, hold on here. Is Sindri complaining about committing murder?
Yep.
Sindri?
As the group's lawyer, I'd like to point out, I don't think it counts as murder if it's state sanctioned. That's just killing.
Mm-hmm.
Well put.
Murder is
Yeah.
illegal.
I'm all for killing folks that need killing. Like, I'm not against killing folk. I'm just saying.
According to these two, they are folks that need killing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. They haven't done anything to me. Who says I need to kill them?
You don't have to.
It's,
You don't have to come if you don't want to come.
It's a civil service, really.
They have stuff we might want. That's where the bar is for us at this point.
And some of them might be dragonborn.
Why? But some of them are also put into slave camps.
No, the ones put into slave camps are the ones that aren't getting put in the forest.
Right, I'm also surprised you're not going on a crusade about that. Really am.
Well, apparently
There's
they
a
can.
difference.
Apparently
earn
they
their
can
way
pay
out of
themselves
slavery.
out of it.
They're in
Back
slavery
over-
due to owing a debt.
Right.
In
Back over-
insanity is still slavery. I'd like to point that out.
Back over in Morcall, there's no paying out your way out of slavery. It's kind of permanent.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that slavery was permissible. Wonderful.
So this is just a job with extra steps.
I mean, look, you give me somebody that needs to be killed, I'll go ahead and kill them. You get somebody who calls my mother a whore, I'll go ahead and kill them. But these people haven't wronged me in any way.
Oh, they'll probably wrong you if we go hunting them.
That's me wronging them.
I mean, kind of.
I mean, you can stay home if you want.
You could just stay in the city and keep drinking if you want.
That might be the best idea.
Maybe so. And maybe you should go lie down.
I mean, as it is anyway, you would probably drag us down.
No, I'm pretty sure the one who got dragoned was you. And you literally got dragged down by a worm.
Wait, what's this about a dragon?
The dragon, he's the one who got dragged. Wait, who got dragged? Somebody got dragged. Anyways, you also got dragged into the ground by a worm. You literally drug us down. Like, literally.
I think he's still drunk, which is impressive because it's been like 10 hours.
Probably has.
Our drink is a little bit different here.
I'm convinced it's probably similar to sake, probably.
It is exactly sake. Although I
Yeah.
found out we're pronouncing sake wrong. It's not pronounced sake.
Yeah, it has an E in it, not an I.
Sake.
But this is America.
It's sake. But yeah, like basically, you guys were probably drinking sake like you do your typical beers, which they don't really have. So you guys were just getting like way hammered.
Especially Sin.
Apparently, Sin had the lowest constitution of all of us because the rest of us seemed fine. Although we probably didn't drink as much as he did.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure Flip did too, because like basically they told the zombies to give you guys as much as you guys want, like keep refilling. So,
Oh yeah.
Flynn probably drank ale because they filled his keg with ale. So
that's true. Well, yeah. On the
I saved my alpha on the boat.
No, I'm saying they filled your keg though with. They probably filled it with sake though, because they don't know like
Okay,
get beer
whatever they filled it with, I'm saving my keg for on the road.
Yeah.
okay. I guess we all just did better than Sin did.
Yep.
Sin didn't stop. Sin was just refilling after refilling after refilling.
Real question, we drinking it hot or cold?
You drink the good stuff cold.
Hot. Drink sake hot, man.
You drink the shitty stuff hot.
Either way.
I'm gonna go with Esteban on this one.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Either way, you guys, had plenty of it. So you guys planned for today is just to kind of stay in. I assume Yuko and Ashita, you guys are going to be lighting a couple family fires.
Yeah.
So these are going to be similar to like paper lanterns that you guys hang outside. You guys will light them. They're obviously like marked with like spiritual like kanji, if you will. Mentioning the family member's name and that this is their home, blah blah blah. So say you guys probably have like a list of people you guys normally write them for. Again, like main bloodline, because again that's very important to the society here. As well as adding a new one for your mother. But yeah, you guys go do that. Otherwise, it's mostly like almost the best way I can describe it, like for American, is gonna be like it's very much almost like Christmas Day. Like you kind of basically like stay inside, spend time with everybody, and that's it. Like right, it's like kind of a reverent-ish day.
I'm gonna at least watch if they allow it.
Yeah.
That's up to them. Like there's no like cultural thing against that. In fact, if anything, they'd be happy to teach you the ways of the Tao.
Be a Taoist. It's good.
I mean, Aurora doesn't really have a religion, so.
I'll observe them while they're doing that. I'll just play something really low and kind of somber, or like, obviously more like light,
Yeah, just a light hard. Like, yeah.
Like Guinness.
Yes.
It's dark and light at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, what's playing right now is what you play. Alright, so you guys go ahead and do that, and that's pretty much day one. Day two, unless there's anything you guys want to have done. Day two comes that morning. Again, you guys this is day 2 and day 3, which is where you basically will visit the Tao Temple, the main one, the Imperial Temple, and give offerings. Generally the offerings are for your dead loved ones, so usually things that passed away loved one, preferred in life. So if it's like a favorite food, or if it was like a piece of clothing, or a color of fabric, or like, if it was their favorite color, you give like a favorite color of that fabric or something. Like, very rarely is it ever money, because that's almost dishonorable, if that makes sense. Like, oh yes, my uncle's favorite thing was money.
I'll go with them when they go to the temple.
Okay.
Yeah,
that being said, though,
show them around town.
that is allowed, but they will need ceremonial robes, because that is strictly required. Foreigners are allowed, but again, ceremonial robes have to be adorned.
Would we have those in the house, or would we need to go purchase?
You guys would have spares. I'm trying to think of everyone's size. No one's technically like a large size, or like a large-ish size. No one's like a giant.
Flem would have trouble.
Flynn will be
Flynn's
like the Hulk.
beefy, right? But like he's not like Goliath-sized, so like he's still fine. So I would say that, because like again, this is your family's house, so like they would have enough suits in there for anyone visiting. Like even if like every family member came to represent, right? Like they would have enough Dao robes. So I'll say you guys are able to go ahead and suit everyone out in what's there. You don't have to go buy anything.
Accommodate anybody who wants to go.
Thank you. That's the word. Accommodate.
Yeah. Whoever wants to come.
All right. So who's all going? Let's get a list.
Ridley's going.
Yeah, I'm good. Why not?
Ridley,
What else
Caloran,
we doing?
Flem, son.
I'm gonna go tinker with the ship.
You're gonna go do what?
Tinker on the ship.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep an
Yeah,
eye
have
on.
him go.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Sin, so I'll go with him.
Okay.
Flem, are you going with me or are you staying with them?
Flem's going with you.
No, I'm joining Grid.
Okay. All right.
So I think the way it stands, Sin and Allure are going to the ship, and the rest are going to the temple.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. We'll go and do the temple first. You guys all ride in because the carriage that the Triceratops pulls is a very large carriage. It can accommodate up to 8 people. So you guys get in there, and you guys make it to the temple. Again, you guys now see, like the rest of you who didn't see the temple before, again, it's very grand, very large. The Imperial Temple embodies basically the Imperial Highness and the High Priest at the same time. Like I said, what's impressive too are the guards standing outside. There's, the 2 that are mounted on the zombie T-Rexes. And once you guys, are like this time around, they don't stop you as you guys go in because it's the offering days. So there's lots of families coming in. In fact, you guys actually have to kind of like wait in a line as people are going in and out. And you guys finally make your way in, and not in front of the same building. You guys run inside, in front of another building. They have basically a bunch of servants, zombie servants, working, basically organizing the donations as they come in into different, areas, as well as they have a clerk that's sitting there, writing down everything that's being donated and what family is to who it's honoring, all that jazz. So yeah, you guys go ahead and get in line for that.
Okay.
As you guys do so, you guys can see, obviously it's raining pretty hard, so like lots of umbrellas are out, all that. Again, Oriental style umbrellas. But yeah, you guys wait probably for, unfortunately it's probably like an hour and a half wait before you guys are actually seen. But as you guys get up, the clerk there is a human that has like half their head shaved, the other half is kind of like in a long braided like thing on the side of their head. They've got tattoos down the same side, the bald side of their head, same as what you saw in the turtle. And they've got tattoos all down their like, back and forearms, just like the turtle, technically did. And he looks up at you guys and goes, "Family name?"
Sato.
All right. And then name of deceased and offerings, please.
I'll
Go
read
ahead and
out.
provide that.
Yeah.
All right. You go through that, and it's probably like a total of like 20-ish names or so, just because you guys go back as far as you can. And you guys provide the offerings. After that, he goes and, marks you off as, completed your offering that your family house has done its offering this year. May Zio's blessings be upon you.
And with you as well.
We'll
He
bow
nods. Yep, you guys bow, and then you guys head out. And as for the rest of you who are not used to this kind of culture, you guys are basically just seeing everyone kind of doing the same thing as what they did.
I
go-
assume as we're like going through, like we're probably like explaining a lot of things like
Mhm.
culture, buildings, ceremonial things, whatever random questions that they probably have about specific pieces of this and that.
Yeah.
I get in the line or wherever you give the gifts.
Oh, okay. Alright, you get in line. I will say that you're technically in line with them, we'll say that, but then like you actually like once they like leave, you just kinda step up to the counter, like as if you were in line behind them, not with them. You step up, the Dow Priest looks at you. Family name and offerings.
Well, Ridley Weaver. And then I pull out a small harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like look at it. I'll play like just like a couple notes on it, and then I'll hand it over.
He looks at the instrument, picks it up, kind of looks it over, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I don't recognize this item or this instrument. What is it called?"
Well, friend, that there is a harmonica, although some might call it a harp, just of a different nature.
If you don't mind, I would classify it as a harp then.
That would be just fine.
Alright, you see him write it down. He goes, "We have marked your name and your offering. May the house's blessings be upon you."
Very well.
Alright, Ridley leaves the line and joins the rest of you. You guys all saw this too.
Interesting.
Do you know somebody from here?
I don't know anyone from here, but I felt since we are remembering those that are closest to us, it felt appropriate that I might remember someone close to me as well.
Understandable. I just kind of give him a light bow.
Also bow. Thank you for participating in this.
Of course.
I feel like you guys feel like if this was a video game, +1 camaraderie.
Yeah.
Friendship +1.
Yeah. Alright, and you guys head back to the family house. Moving on.
Santos were
Yeah. Going on to Sindri and Alora, you guys are tinkering with the ship, or Sindri is.
mainly I was keeping an eye on Sindri.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I mean, Sindri doesn't seem to do anything out of the normal as far as I can tell.
Trying to increase airflow of the engine to make it faster.
Ah, okay.
I'm guessing I'll just be like the assistant for that then. Just like, go get this tool. Pretty much.
And with that,
I'll tell you what, Sen, make an intelligence check, and I'm just looking for anything over a 10. Perfect. Yeah, you increase it, which increases the total flight speed by 10 miles an hour.
Nice.
well, anything that would use help. One of the most wanted people in the Empire. I'm surprised that the bounty hunters haven't even tracked us down yet.
I mean, to be fair, we've kind of like hopped 3 countries at this rate.
I'm still surprised that bounty hunters haven't tracked us down.
Well, they also have the weird weather calamities to deal with, so I mean,
Which helps. I'd still like to be able to get away faster.
I'll just be ready in case some do show up.
We're not the only one with airships, so yeah, agreed.
Well, we're the only one here with airships, it seems.
Here? But there's a lot of other airships in the world.
Right. Well, I guess keep an eye out if any land here. That'll be kind of a giveaway.
Maybe I should work on takeoff next.
Why do you work on a flight detector and, detect anything that's flying near us, which is really the only thing that could threaten us on an airship anyway?
So you think something like based off the heat that the engines give off?
Heat? Maybe like, can you track things by sound?
That would be a lot harder. I could try both.
Yeah, maybe a mix of both. Heat would probably be your best bet, though. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I don't know anything about airships.
No, it's always good to have something to bounce ideas off of.
Alright. I'll say when you guys finish that and head back into the house, the others are already back.
Now, see, day 3, if you are quick enough, they leave 2 days to allow the families to get their offerings in and for them to sort and organize everything. But generally, for those of us that get everything done on day 2, day 3 is more of a preparation for days 4 through 6. Now, there is something that if you would like to participate in, it helps to cleanse your body and get it ready for a lot of food and drink. Generally, it's drinking a lot of sake, rice, which is filling but won't bloat you, and it helps to cleanse the bowels.
How exactly does this sake work? I mean, I've had a lot of beer, wine, and spirits before. This just didn't seem really like one of those.
It is really to get your inner body and everything ready for the amount of punishment you're going to put it through for 3 whole days.
Yeah, I'll take some of that.
All right, yeah, you guys go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and end day 2 there. Day 3, second day of,
Third day.
or third day, sorry. Well, third day, but second day of donations. Yeah, so third day is the same as day 2, so you guys, basically, since you guys have already done that, it's mostly whatever you guys want to do. At this point, though, because it is, these 2 days, all stores are closed. You get a national holiday type deal.
A quick question for you, the not twins. How much do garnets run here? Because we have quite a bit. I know in Valoron they're the most best to sell, but how are they here? If you have any idea.
I'm not sure, actually. Ishida, do you have any idea?
They sell about the same.
Hmm.
I'd imagine they would, but
No, they're
Never know.
pretty close. You're pretty close neighbors anyway, so makes sense. By pretty close, there's a sea between you two, but
just a small seat. It's fine.
yeah.
Right, now, is everybody ready? Who all wants to participate in their body preparation for days 4 through 6?
Kind of give a nod, but be somewhat hesitant by the way he said that.
I'm curious,
No, that sounds too.
I'm curious if Flem's participating in this body preparation.
I mean, I'm not really sure what all it consists of.
Then ask him.
You have to make sure your body is ready.
What is body preparation? Pepper.
Getting it
Preparation.
ready. Yes, it is a mixture of drinking lots of sake, or
Done.
in this case, alcohol. Eating mostly just
Done.
rice.
He
And
has already started. That's too late.
No more. Let's do this.
I mean, there is some meditation involved, but trust me, it'll be worth it. You'll be able to eat and drink quite frivolously for 3 days.
Flem's like daydreaming right now. We've already got him.
Okay.
Meditation for him is just daydreaming.
No, just like, but after the food part,
Yeah.
after the food and drinking, he was already daydreaming. He didn't even like pay attention to the meditation.
Alright.
He's
Well,
already
it looks like Flam's getting a head start on the meditation part there.
All right, is anyone else joining Ashita in this preparation for days 4 through 6?
I hesitantly follow. It seems dangerous.
Okay, let me ask this question: is there anyone not doing that?
Sindri.
Sindri's not? Okay. Caller, I think you're the only one I haven't heard from yet.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it? Okay. So Sindri's the only one not. So everyone goes into this preparation thing for this day, and like, we'll say Ashita kind of walks you guys through, almost like a yoga instructor, but with like food and drink and meditation. Yeah. And that'll end day 3. And we go into day 4.
Well, day 3 is trying to think of a design that can actually track heat.
Okay, yeah, so for that, let's see, for tracking heat. So, my main issue with heat is that you don't want it to track its own heat, correct? You want it to be able to track everything's heat, so that's a little more advanced. I'd say let's shoot for like a 16 on the difficulty, and let's go ahead and use your intelligence again. So I believe that's your main stat as an artificer.
Yeah.
You were able to figure out not only that, but how to signify greater heat signatures. So like that way, like even though, yeah, basically you get it to work. Let's just go with that.
It works really good.
It does it up to we'll say it does it up to a 120-mile radius.
It really works.
I'm building the ultimate moonshine rig.
Oh my gosh. It can run. Oh, alright. So you do that. Day 4 comes around, and the morning of the day 4, as soon as you guys wake up, each individually in your rooms, you guys can already hear the festival, like, music and everything else playing in the streets, all of that. And, like, if you were to open up your window, you immediately can just, like, from the city itself, just a wafting of, like, interesting smells of, like, food being cooked, things being brewed, everything.
I'm gonna be following the Not Twins around, basically, because they probably know the best stuff.
Might as well stick as a group as much as we can.
Yeah.
I'll say, as you guys like leave the house, all the trees, which were cherry blossom trees, have now come into full blossom on this particular day, and so there's pink petals like falling everywhere, and the wind's like gently blowing them around and stuff. As the rain is still happening, don't get me wrong, it's still raining, but it's not like a harsh the wind isn't harsh, it's just the rain's falling, but the petals are kind of falling around and gathering in pools and stuff like that, but pink petals everywhere. Alright, so all of you head into town. So here's a couple things. It'll say you guys get to the main marketplace, and I'm going to give you guys options on what you guys want to do, and then you guys let me know. We'll probably do one event tonight, and then we'll save the rest for the next session, because there's quite a few events to get through for what's going to happen here. First thing you guys see, and I'm just going to list off the things what you guys kind of see here in the actual festival marketplace area. So first off, you guys see that there is there's an insult contest being hosted at the Boiled Cat Tavern. The grand prize winner will win a free beer every day for the next year and a scrying orb.
Ridley, you should enter that.
The next is a tug of...
I was laughing.
The next one is Tug of War. The winner receives free armor mending for the next 6 months by the top, by Fumiyoko Himari, which is the top armor smith or blacksmith in the city. You have Bullseye, which is an archery contest, hosted by one of the houses here, one of the bloodline houses, and the winner will receive a voucher that can be redeemed at any of their merchant compounds for up to 100 GP worth of goods. Then we have the Greased Pig. Basically sounds what it is. You gotta catch a greased pig. And the winner rewards are an alchemy jug and 100 gold. Then you have the Gambit of Souls, which is a card game being held at a tavern. And the winner will win all proceeds, or basically anything bet. So it's basically just straight up gambling. And then we have Punch Drunk, which is a game that involves basically you have to chug a flagon of ale, and then punch your opponent in the face, seeing if you knock them out. And then you continue to do this until you reach the end of the bracket. The reward for that is a Ring of Temporal Salvation.
Sake and not ale.
Sorry, sake, yeah. So those are the events going on right now.
Do we have to do all of them, or just whichever ones we want?
Whichever ones you guys want, yeah.
Can you put a list in the chat or something like that real quick? There were like a lot.
A lot. Here, I'm gonna read them off. Someone else put them in the chat.
Here, I've got them.
Oh, you do? Okay. Christina was noting.
Christina.
I know.
I didn't write down the prizes, just the events, though.
Yeah, you guys can ask and I'll tell you what the prizes are. We'll say all these are listed like on a billboard, like a big like notice board. That's how you guys are getting all this info.
Damn, we don't have a ranger on our team, so the archery contest. I mean, I guess Laura could give the archery contest a go if she wants.
Laura.
I doubt she'll do well, but
I mean, to be fair, the only one that has a buy-in to even participate is the gambling, the card game, Gambit of Souls. The rest of them are just free events to enter.
I'll give the archery contest a go. I don't think Laura will do well, but I'll give it a try.
Sounds good.
So we have one vote for the archery.
I'm good with that.
Flim's up for 3 of them.
I definitely know
I
he's
doubt
doing
that.
the punch in the face one. It's like
The punch drunk.
Yeah, the tug of war, the grease pig, and the punch drunk.
Okay.
It'd be bad if he caught the pig.
So I'd like to do only one event tonight, so you guys decide together which event you guys are going to do, and then I'll run that event, and then we'll do the rest next week. Because we're getting close to
I kind of want to see Flem do the punch drunk event. So that's my vote.
I kind of. That's what I want to see too.
Yeah, okay, I guess that has.
This doesn't actually mean the order that they're going in, because I really prefer not to be shit-faced going into the other 2 events.
I mean, big fucking drunk for tug of war, maybe?
That's the whole point of this whole
Sure, whatever.
event.
By the way, that's
People
me
are
out
drunk.
of character, not wanting to be shit-faced,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Alright, so is the
Oh.
vote for Punch Drunk then?
I think
Yeah.
so.
And
Alright.
I assume we probably all leave our weapons back, right? Like I would think that would probably be like a
Correct. You
part
guys
of
are
the
all
ceremony.
in normal, yes, like no weapons are allowed, blah blah blah.
Probably not armor either. Just
Armor
clothes.
or weapons, yeah.
Yeah. Just
So basically, I'm wearing everything I normally wear and have everything I normally have.
Yeah.
Does that mean I don't have my
You still have your legs in. It's fine.
I would say you have your leg, because no one knows there's a weapon in it.
And technically, I always have my weapon because I can summon it.
I can always just make a turn?
Yeah. There's exceptions to that rule, obviously, but again, like, for the most part, you guys are following the civility of the event.
Unless I
Yeah,
was
you could
did something where
probably
you can't summon weapons because he is a warlock, but yeah.
you could carry around a dagger probably because that's just normal whatever. But walking around with
A great sword or
great
something.
sword and full plate,
Probably gets you in trouble.
side-eyeing people, probably not so much.
Yeah.
Actually,
They'd look at you like somebody walking into a subway with an AK-47.
Oh,
he
Yeah,
probably
there you
still
go.
has a pistol in his coat.
What was that?
Sindri probably has his pistol in his coat now that I think
Oh,
about
for
it.
sure. I don't think Sindri actually ever goes anywhere unarmed. But, you're good enough at concealing it that, no one would know, put it that way.
Well, I mean that, and I don't really know how many people in the city know what a pistol is, so it just looks like a weird ornament, probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so Punch Drunk it is. I need everyone who's participating in chat to post, just post, 1 in chat so I know who's participating.
You mean going with them or actually participating in
Actually
Punch Drunk?
participating in Punch Drunk.
Yeah, no.
Ishida.
Yeah, I probably will.
Alright, we have a shit and phlegm.
I mean, I'll be there, but I'm not gonna do it.
Again, guys, entry is free. and you have the chance to win a ring of temporal salvation.
I don't even know what that is.
You're just doing it to do it. He's like, I get to drink and punch people. I'm in.
Yeah,
I guess Alora's in too. 'cause
that's the
of
prize in
name.
itself.
Alright, just put ones in chat just so I know, so I can have you guys do this.
Are we not doing it in the Fantasy Grounds chat?
Yeah, it's Fantasy Grounds chat, yeah. It should be in Fantasy
Chat.
Grounds chat.
Sindri is scheming.
That's normal.
Okay. Alrighty, let me go ahead and do this real quick, because I need to open up a thing. Each one of these...
We're so screwed. We've gone up against Phlegm on a con check.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a con plus a thing, but yeah, give me a
I'd
second.
be more worried about the getting punched in the face part.
True.
Do you think he's going to rage when he punches the other people in the face?
Maybe?
Could he not?
I definitely see Phlegm as an angry drunk. Mainly because he's a barbarian.
Oh.
I don't think he's angry so much as happy to fight everything that moves.
I gotta send you something real quick in chat. We might actually get to use this.
Okay. Alright, so there were a total of 8 people that entered. The announcer of the... so this is outside of this guy's... this is the Honey Pot Tavern. And the person that's standing out there is this, female wearing kind of oriental-looking, cut skirt with a low cleavage. And she goes, Alright, here we go. So here are the people that are entered in. We have Belby, Phlegm, Ashida, Alora, Rick, Tomato, Inuyasha, and Nariko.
Nice names.
I like that tomato.
Alright, so, the way this game works... let me go ahead and read this real quick. Yes.
Also have a yellow rat.
Sure.
Sure. There's a yellow rat on his shoulder. Okay, so hold on. Alright. So each one of you is paired up with somebody else. So right now we're going to pair you guys opposite of each other. So I can make sure you guys get a first round, not against each other. Alright, so right now it's going to be Belby versus Phlegm, Rick versus Ashida, Tomato versus Inuyasha, and Alora versus Nariko.
Okay.
Alright, so, basically the way this is going to work is you guys first have to drink the entire drink set down in front of you on the table. Then, you're going to go ahead and roll a... Basically, your drink save is going to go ahead and set your DC save for whether or not you get punched and knocked out. So...
just before they all go off, I'm gonna motion for them to come over and huddle. Guys, I've got a strategy.
Punch hard.
Yeah, about that. And I'm gonna cast Bless on the 3 of them.
Okay.
Nice.
There you go. I
Alright.
just
That's just
got
the
them all on
default.
the back. You're lucky now.
So I went ahead and Discord real quick, posted what the save chart is. So basically, your con save is the drink save, and then your punch save is how high of a DC you have to be able to survive the other person's punch.
I like it.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go.
And we're also punching ourselves?
No, you punch yourself, Flynn. You punch the other person.
No, us ourselves are punching other people.
Yes,
You shotgun the drink, and then you punch the other dude.
Okay. Sure.
Flem is like, he's got his fist up and it's like pointed towards his face, and then he's got like a confused, like he's unsure, and like turns the fist the other direction and is like checking to see what other people think.
No, I just picture like Ridley's like no, and he like explains like he had to punch the other guy.
He reaches up and turns the fist around back out.
All right, so as I sent you guys the chart there, so basically to